So do you have any other components which we discussed? It helps, right, for you?
Yes.
Perfect. So today, before going to the main concepts, we have a few multiple components which we need to
Okay.
complete it. We will complete those components today.
Okay.
If you could see here, I
Hmm.
have used, if you could see, this component is there and this component is there. I am creating a file here, right?
Yes.
You didn't forget about the scenario, right? This is perfectly fine for you.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
here,
How to create
why
this?
we have used a T file output delimited 1 and T file output delimited 2? Can you explain me why?
Because once first sub job is first job is completed, then only it should move to another input file. That's why.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's one thing. And why
Hmm.
we have used, why can't we use T filter row here only? Why we have used another subjob?
Because we
Because
want to
we
print.
are iterating it here. If we use T filter row,
Yes.
it will deal with the present file only, not with the all files. We want to deal
Yes.
with all
First we
files.
want the data. Yes.
Yes, so that's the reason why we have used it here. So now if you could,
Hmm.
if I tell you, now it is okay
Hmm.
because we have only 10-15 records, it is okay to create a file. This is
Hmm.
a temporary file, right? We don't want this file to be there.
Yes.
We are deleting that file at the end. So this file won't be present. So we have used
Hmm.
file component here. File means it will generate, it will take a space in the system or in the server to create a file, right? This is not
Yes.
a good developing skills.
Hmm.
Okay, when you want to have,
Okay.
see, for example, if you want to have a file in your
Hmm.
job, temporary file, you can create a temporary file. For example, if it is a MB or a KB files, you can create. But let's suppose if you're dealing with GBs of files, then it is not a good ideal way. Okay, so Talent
Yes.
has provided us some components called, I will show you in palette.
Okay.
See, T hash input and T hash output. Okay,
Okay.
okay. T buffer input, T buffer output. Okay. First, let's discuss about
Okay.
T hash input and T hash output. If you could see, we need to use these components as a pair. Whenever you're using T hash input, you need to use T hash output. Okay.
Okay.
Which is
Okay.
nothing but T hash. You know about hashing concepts?
We are like in college time, but not so in deep.
Okay. So, you know about the concept of cache mechanism.
No.
So, for example, how a job runs, how this talent job runs is when you trigger the job, uh, it will read. Now we are reading a file data, right? It will read all the
Yes.
records in its own cache. It will create its own cache in the CPU, and it will try to
Okay.
process it because there is no file. It will have its own server cache, right?
Yes.
So, cache is nothing but a CPU memory. So now I don't want to create a file. I want to use CPU memory to hold that file, to hold the data until it is being used. Got it?
Okay.
Got my point?
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
at that point of time, what we do, we will go with T hash input, T
And
hash components. Okay. It is
okay.
generally
Okay.
buffer components where these components will hold the data. You can write the data and you can read the data in buffer level. Got it?
Okay. Yes.
You understood the concept. So now
Yes.
I will delete this. Okay. So T hash
Mhm.
input. I will use main, sorry, it is stuck. Row main t hash input. See, it is not taking t hash input. Let's try for t hash output. No, no. Before going that, I will show you. There's a warning symbol here, right? Before t on the t hash input. Let's see. No schema has been defined. This component
Oh,
should have outputs only. Okay. Let's see this.
okay.
It is said this component should have input links only. So now tell me, will it accept the main link?
No.
Yes, right? Because it have
For
input links.
input,
It will
it's
accept
no.
it will
Yeah, for
accept only.
input, it will not accept. I'm saying.
So t hash output. Now you understood, right? T hash output will allow us to write data into it. Okay, output. Okay, t hash
Okay.
output will allow us to write data into it. Whereas t
Okay.
hash input will allow us to read data from it. Okay,
Okay.
right? This you understood these two components, hash output and hash input.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just to
So now
right.
what, what we need to do is
Hmm.
I want you to tell me which whether we
Hmm.
should use append or not.
Yes.
Yes. The reason?
Because it should append the latest date also.
Exactly. Perfectly fine. So now this subjob is completed. So now how to link this subjob and this subjob?
With from T file list to T
Yeah.
hash input.
Exactly. Sorry. What is the link name on subjob? Okay.
Okay.
So if you observe here, we have given our schema. So we need to tell hash input. Okay, hash input one. This is my schema. Okay, and I need to tell hash input from which hash output I need to get your data. What is my hash output name? It is t hash output one. So when you tell hash input
Yes.
that this is my hash input output data. So from this you need to get data based upon the schema. Got it?
Yes.
So now if you could see there is an option called clear cache after reading. I want you to tell me what is the usage of this. Like I told you earlier, t hash will store the data in memory, right?
Yes,
Now
but it will
you
clear after
exactly it
storing
will
the data
clear
into output.
exactly it will clear the cache after reading. Okay, so
Yes.
now we will not
Yes.
have the data in it after reading. So now let's
Yes.
let's try to run the job once. Output. Now I want you to tell me now is this component is useful or not?
No.
No, because we are not creating any file here. See, based upon using
Yeah.
t hash components, you have deleted one component. I mean, your job got the performance of your job is better right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So now I will try to run the job. Okay. See,
Yes.
my job got completed and my two records got, I mean, two files got placed. Now
Yes.
I will tell you what is buffer input and buffer output. Now tell me where I should use buffer output. Here, na?
Of
No, after T Java we need
mm,
to use.
yes.
You're following me, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So now I will try to link it with this one and I will deactivate this one. Deactivate hash output. In the same way,
Ye-
see now it is getting an error. T hash input because there is no hash output. I told you earlier these two should be used as a pair.
Yes. Yes, yes.
I want you to ask. I want you to tell me. I'll ask you a question. So I
Okay.
am using T hash input and hash output components. Okay. How
Yes.
many hash input components I can use in a job, and how many hash input output components I can use? What can be
How many
multiple?
hash input and
How
sorry,
many hash
output, right?
output? Yes.
Output is not depend upon the input. Like if you're um, from here you
But
have
I
used the
will
T
ask you a
file
question
list.
again. I
Okay.
have five hash outputs and only one hash input. Will that work?
Five, five output and one input.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it can work.
exactly. I have only one hash output and five hash inputs. Will that work?
No.
No. Perfect. You understood it correctly. So now I will configure tbuffer components. What is there in the buffer components? Just it is asking schema. I have synced the schema. Tbuffer input. It is asking the schema. I have synced the schema. Are you now have you I mean realized there is anything different between T hash inputs, outputs and buffer input and outputs? What is the difference you are observing?
Um, both we need to give the schema.
T
Second.
buffer output. If you could see the configuration tab
There is no
has
path, huh?
and
Right.
there is no configuration here.
Yes, yes.
T
Only
buffer
schema
input
is there.
no configuration. T buffer input we have configuration. So I will try to run the job first to tell you the difference later.
Okay.
Okay, my job got completed. My two files got replaced, created again. So now there is no difference between T buffer output, buffer input, hash input, and hash output, right? The functionality of these four
Yes.
components are same. But you can ask me
Hmm.
a question, Avinash, when you are saying functionality of these four components are same, then why need to have four
Then why
components
we are
instead of
using her, right?
right? But
Yes.
like the question I asked before executing T buffer components, is it possible to have multiple hash outputs with one hash input? You said yes, right?
Yes, yes. But
But
for
that is
in
not
hash,
you can use
yes.
buffer only once in the job.
Hmm.
Got it? Got the main
Okay.
difference between buffer
Yes.
components and hash components?
Yes.
The functionality of both components are same. I want you to
Hmm.
tell me now. Tell me what is the use of input?
A T hash input for
Hmm.
it allows us to read the data
Exactly. Read the data from T hash
input
out.
and
Okay.
okay
From T. I mean,
and output.
this data will be linked with
Hmm.
T hash output, right? That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
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 Okay. It will be precise.
Hmm.
Helps to
And
write the data.
Write the data.
Got it?
Yes.
Same then. Both are same.
Yes.
I want you to tell me. I want you to tell both buffer and hash components
Hmm.
should be used as an pair. You understood this point completely?
Yes. Yes.
Next, what is the point? What is the main difference?
For single hash input,
Uh,
you can have a
yeah,
multiple
we can use multiple. We can use
uh, multiple hash output.
multiple hash components,
Hmm.
whereas buffer we
Buffer
can use only once.
single once.
Got it?
Yes.
Got it?
Yes.
Perfect. Perfectly fine. I will go with the buffer as of now, okay? Because it will help me to teach more in the further, okay?
Okay.
You understood the difference, right?
Yes.
Are you watching how I am playing with the components? How I am moving the components and all?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So can I say that I can play with links and all without I mean touching the flow of the data? I can do with the links, right? I can play with the
Yes.
links.
Yes.
So now we'll go with another component. I forgot to mention one component. Okay,
Hmm.
the sort row.
Okay.
Okay, if you could see the unique is there, right? Is it in a sorted way? The file
Uh,
is the data
yes.
in a sorted way?
Yes.
No, right? It is 1110 and then 101 and then 103 and 105.
Okay.
It is
Like
in a
that.
order, in a not in a sorted way. Okay, based upon
Okay.
student ID. I want it to be a sorted way. Okay, for that we have a component called t hash t sort row. Okay, t sort row. Okay, so where should I place this component in the whole action? Where should I place this component? I will place it before it is going to the output component. Okay,
Yes.
got it?
Yes. Yes.
So main. So it will ask you for criteria, which criteria you want to sort, which column you want to sort. I want to sort on the column student ID, and it is asking for the type of the column. Is it a number or a date or a alphanumeric kind of thing? It is a number, right?
Okay.
I
Yes.
want there are two type of sorting techniques. One is ascending or other one is descending. I will go with ascending as of now. Okay,
Okay.
everything is
Okay.
created. Now I will delete the files and I will try to run the job.
Hmm.
Student ID cannot be null, cannot be num. Okay, what is student ID then? Does our student ID is string? Oh,
It
student
should be
ID is,
number
yeah. So which thing we need to use it here? Alpha.
alpha.
Yeah. Alpha, it will treat it as a string. It will treat numbers also as a string and it will try to sort it out for us.
Yes.
Okay. Now I
Okay.
will do Unix. Now you could see ascending 101, 103, 105, and last the big one.
One. Yes.
Okay. So now
Okay.
I will try to run it with descending. Now the big one, big one, big one, and small one. Got it?
Yes.
Understood, T Sotro?
Yes.
I want you to tell me the thing here. Can you tell me the usage?
Um, to filter out the data as per the requirement, maybe
It's
ascending,
just to
descending,
sort
or
the data,
yes.
not filter the data.
Okay.
Helps us to sort the data. Okay,
Okay.
got it?
Yes.
Yeah, perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. We will see. Do we have any other components? Mm,
Aggregate is also there, no? Aggregate, and
yeah,
you said map.
I will tell you that later. Yeah. So now, I hope you know about Java and all, right? Previously, you used to work, for example, in any of the way, any of the case, you are a developer, right? You are tend to do some mistakes, right?
Yeah. Yes.
You know, logging and catching, throwing an exception. You need to catch that exception, right? Exceptions handling
Yes.
and all. So,
Yes. Yes.
in this is my whole flow of data. So
Hmm.
here I may in some points uh, I mean, for example, maybe due to server losing or files not present, there are some issues I may encounter, right? I want to catch those issues and throw it.
Hmm.
I don't want to kill the job in right way. I want to log it. Logging and
Okay.
exceptions. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
Log and errors. For this I have few components. Okay. T1, log
Sorry.
catcher, and TDI. Okay. Sorry, this is not necessary. So now, can you tell me what is this? I mean, based upon your understanding, what TDI component will do, what T1 component will do.
It will kill the job, the T die, if
TDI
you
will
got
kill
some
the
error.
job. Yeah.
And yeah, and warning
T1
will just give the
will give
warning
the
that
warning.
at this place, yeah.
Yeah, like
Yes.
that. Or like this. I will use on component error. On component error only, right? I want to give the warning, get the warning. This is a warning. Okay. Like this. Tickle on component error. I want to die like this. You understood, right?
Yes.
I want to the job should be die. The job should kill. Then I will use T die. The job should not kill, but the job should go on, but give you a warning. Then I will use T1. Okay. Now you're just these
Yes.
two components are used to catch the errors, right? Okay.
Yes.
But how to print the errors warnings to you? For that, we have a component called log catcher. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. If you open this, it is asking us what to catch. I want to catch Java exceptions, catch TDI exceptions, one exception, job failure. But if you could see the schema, what is it? It is showing us the moment, root ID, father ID, context, job, type, origin, everything related to the job. Okay, which is an administrative level. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now this component is uh, taking care of the exceptions. This component is taking care of warnings. Now what is this component will do is, on the whole job, whatever it is having, Java exceptions, TI exceptions, T1 exceptions, job failure exceptions, it will hold. The log catcher will catch the logs. Okay, it
Okay.
holds the data, right? It holds the data, but now you want to see the data or store the data somewhere. I want to see the data, I will use the log row. Okay,
Yes.
on subjob. Okay, this. Okay,
Yes.
now let's try to run the job. TI is null. Oh, I on component. Okay. Errors shouldn't be okay, it should be errors, right?
Yes.
See, now job ran. There is no log catched because there are no errors in the job. It will only catch if there are errors in the job or warnings in the job. Okay. I will try
Yes.
to catch one warning. Okay. On component, not on component error. I will give on component okay, because there is no error in the job, right?
Hmm.
You could see now there is from tlogro 1 we got this complete information: job name, dev, priority, type, where we got the error message, and code. Got it? The use of
Yes.
tDie, twarn, tlogcatcher. Like I told you earlier, t hash output 1 and hash output to be to hash output and hash input used should be used as pair. In the same way, you are catching the logs. I mean, you have the logs noted, but in order to catch the logs, you need to have log catcher component. So these should be, whenever you use either tDie or t1, you should use tlog catcher. You understood that concept?
Can you repeat once?
Yeah. Uh, tDie component is used to kill the job. T1
Yes.
component is used to give you a warning.
Warning.
Okay.
Hmm.
But
Okay.
here you are, it is giving it is storing that value to give a warning. But you need to catch that warning, right? You need to catch that warning
Yes.
or error. You need to use T-log catcher.
Yes.
See, if you the name itself, it is saying that T-log catcher. It will catch all the logs whichever mentioned like this: Java logs, cat DDI logs, T1 log, everything. Got
Yes.
it?
Yes.
Now tell me what is DDI, T1, T-log catcher. One.
It will kill the job at error.
One?
It will give the warning
Yeah,
while error. Hmm.
yeah,
T-log catcher will helps to catch the warning.
exactly. Helps to catch all the logs such as warning, type, Java exceptions. all type of exceptions.
All type of exceptions.
Okay,
Yes.
got it.
Yes.
There are few other like this. Those components are called T asset and T asset catcher. Okay.
Okay.
Asset, I mean, no, you will not use about these components, chronometer stop. You will never use these components, but it is good to know what this component will does. Okay.
Yes.
So T asset and T asset catcher.
Hmm.
It will give you a trigger messages. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. And
Okay.
asset catcher will catch the trigger messages.
Okay.
Okay. Simple. Not necessary, much necessary. Chronometer stop and chronometer stop. Start is nothing but, for example, if you want to know how much time the job has ran, okay,
Hmm.
you need to have these two components, chronometer stop and chronometer stop. Okay, since the beginning or
Chronometer
since
stop and
chronometer start and chronometer stop.
okay.
Okay,
Okay.
job, the runtime of the job is. I will try to run it for you.
Where it printed?
Yeah, I'm checking that.
Yeah.
Should I given in a correct way? Yeah. The current runtime of the job is 1696423 milliseconds. Got
Okay.
it?
Yes.
So now where I need to mention this in order to get a perfect way, I will mention it here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I will on subjob. Okay. Component. Where I need to mention the chronometer stop.
At last after post of same.
Exactly. Exactly. Now we'll see. See, now the job runtime is 334 milliseconds.
Yes.
Okay. Now tell me
Okay.
when we use chronometer stop and chronometer stop, these two components will be used as a pair. The usage of these components is whenever you want to calculate the runtime of that particular job you will use this. Okay.
Okay.
There is another important thing. Not
Hmm.
only job. Okay. For example,
Hmm.
if you want to calculate the runtime of this sub job, okay,
Okay. Okay.
chronometer start is there. I will take chronometer start, trigger on sub job. Okay, sorry, sub job. Okay, trigger on sub job. Okay. Mm-hmm. Since chronometer start, what is the chronometer? I want to calculate two, right? Two. I will place two. So now what happened? It will calculate the time it took to run these two, these only this subjob between these two linked subjob, these two link chronometer start and chronometer stop. You understood this or not?
Half portion I understood. Like below the sub job is there now. It will
Yeah.
collect all the time from there. Okay. But how it which time it will collect from the first one? You have from file list. So
Here
means
it will calculate from T hash input to T file output delimited. Whatever the component associated with T chronometer start, it will start from this component and it will go like this.
yes, I got
Got
that.
it? It will
Yes.
stop. Whereas this component, it will stop from T Java 5 and it will go to
So the
all
go.
components and it will
Mhm.
end will till T Java 6.
Okay.
Got it? I will show you here.
Okay.
Chronometer stop to see it took 149 milliseconds to complete that particular sub job, whereas to complete whole job it took 206 milliseconds. Got it?
Okay.
You understood this point?
Yes.
See, it is getting us error. We should use both as a pair. I will tell you. I will ask you one scenario. Okay. When I will tell you one scenario when you want to use this job. For example, you are working in a project. There, you have developed one job completely. It is fine, and your client told us job is working fine, but there are some performance issues. Okay,
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
reworked on the job and you done the development and you deployed it in your production. Now
Hmm.
your client come back again, you deployed the job again, but I feel there is a lag issues again, there is performance issues again. But how can you prove there
Okay.
is no performance issues? So at that point of time, first, whenever he say that your job is having performance issue, you will just use T chronometer start and T chronometer stop to log how much time it is taking to complete that job, and you
Hmm.
will log it and you will keep it aside. Now after you develop, you rework the job, and again you use T chronometer start and T chronometer stop to run the job. Previously it took 100 seconds to complete the job, now it took 80 seconds to complete the job. That is your win, right?
Yes.
So at that point of
Yes.
time, in those scenarios, you will use these components.
Yes.
Not always. Okay,
Yes. Yes. Got it.
helps to log the runtime of the job execution, or helps us to get the runtime. Got it?
Yes.
Am I making sense here?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. And now I will just deactivate all these jobs. Okay, deactivate. We'll delete this. Not necessary anymore. Not necessary anymore. You understood, na?
Yes.
So I'm deleting it.
Okay.
I
Fine.
can able to delete this also, no issues. Okay. So now what we will do? For example, you are a developer. You want to test one job. For that, you need to have some data, right? All the time you can't able to go to Windows Explorer, write some data, create some records. It is hard for you, right? Other than that,
Yes.
we have one component called T row generator. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
it will generate rows for us.
Okay.
Okay,
Hmm.
we'll see how many columns you want. I
Okay.
want name, ID, phone number. It is string. It is ID, integer, and phone number is also. I will not. I will use name and ID only, just for purpose. Okay.
Phonomechanically long. Hmm.
Yeah, long, but I will just use. What is the function? It is, see, random string. Okay.
Okay.
For id it is integer. Okay.
Hmm.
Length, length is greater than 6. Okay. And
Okay.
I will get sequence identified. Okay. I just want only 10 records, not 100. Okay.
Okay.
See, it has created its own name and id.
Okay.
If you could see, name and id. Got
Yes.
it?
Yes.
But for example, you want some start value. I want from 101, I want to start the id.
Hmm.
It will start from 101, 102, 103, 104, like this. Got it?
How you did?
In
Again.
function parameters, I use start value
Okay.
101. For example, step 10. Okay, I will give 100. Okay, now tell me how, where, from which value my number starts, id starts.
It will take 100 or
It will take
start
100
value
as a
should be
start
100.
value, and the step is 10.
Huh, then
Means
101,
no, it means 100,
110,
110, 120, 130, like that.
10910. Yes. Huh? It will be difference, okay.
Yeah, it will be
It's a
difference.
difference
The
of
step.
10.
It is like step. Okay. Now I will
Yes.
use t row generator main basic sync columns because I want to sync the data, sync the columns. See, I got my without using any files, without using anything. I have created my own rows, right?
Yes.
It is used for development purpose. Okay, in dev only it will use. It will not be used in any other environments. It is just for your development and testing purpose. That's it. Okay.
Hmm. Okay.
What is the component name?
Row generator.
Which helps us to
Create rows to generate rows
create
anything. Hmm.
rows with defined parameters. Okay.
Yes.
Message box, it is very simple. It is like no one will use this, but since you told you are preparing for what they call I forgot,
Exam.
certification, I'm mentioning
Hmm.
each and every components here. You could see
Yeah.
message box. It will create a message box.
Okay.
Okay. how
Okay.
many how many records you have, that many messages box you it will create for you, because it is row wise, right?
Yes.
It is simple, just a message box kind of thing. Okay.
Okay. Hmm.
hmm. T fixed flow input. Okay. Remind me about T context load and T context dump. Okay. Not now. Maybe in some
Okay.
other classes. When I'm talking about context, remind me about these two components. Okay.
Okay.
I
Taking
want you to remind me. Now,
context. What was name?
context load and context dump.
Okay. Load and dump. Fine.
Yeah. So we have another very useful component called T fixed flow input. The name is only
Okay.
suggesting, it is saying that I have fixed input from me. You will be getting fixed input from me. Okay, let's configure.
Hmm.
Let's edit the schema, name and ID. Okay, and it is asking how many number of records you have. You have one record. It is asking value. I will tell. I will write Avinash ID 121. I will run the job. It will print that. Okay, you can create your own data here. Okay,
Okay.
if I write 2, what will happen? It will create 2 records of the same data.
Okay, duplicate.
Duplicate. For example, I don't want to create same data. I want to create multiple data. Then what we use? We use, sorry, not this one. Use inline context. Okay. It is asking what is the row separator, what is the field separator. I will give field separator as comma and Avinash, comma 21, Isha, comma 22. Now I will run the job. You could see 21, comma 22. Why 4?
If
Oh, sorry, 2 records, not only 1 record. One time. You will only get one time, not multiple times. See, you got your own data here. I want you to tell me. I want you to tell you where when you will use t fixed flow input. For example, you want to create a variable. Okay, you want to create a
okay.
field. Okay, in the place of t
Yes.
fixed. Huh?
Sorry.
For
Come again.
example, you are using here. You are using t file input delimited. You know the data.
Yes.
You know the data. The data will
Hmm.
never change. Okay, then what you will do?
Okay.
You will edit the schema and you will write the data here, right? Then
Yes.
that p-fixed flow input will access your source. You understood?
Yes. Yes.
Can you think
We
about
can
any
add
other?
we can add data here.
Come again?
We can add the data here.
Yeah, exactly. We can add the data here.
Yes.
It will generate fixed number of rows.
Okay. Like, is it like that? I have one scenario. If you have something 10 records in input, but you
Mm-hmm.
forgot to give um like something one record is 5 records are missing. If you give in this T file input, so it will
Mm-hmm.
can it append both the records?
I didn't understand your question.
Sorry, you didn't
I
understand.
didn't. I didn't get your question.
Okay, if you have a 10 records in input file, okay,
Okay.
and you forgot to give if you want to add extra 5 records,
Okay.
so can you link input to file a flow input so it will append the data complete into output file?
Yes, you can. You can use in that case also.
Yes, okay, fine.
Got
That
it?
is, yes, got it.
Yeah. So now where inline table works? Inline works for how many records? It will ask you the name and ID. For example, 5. Avinash is there. 1, 2, sorry, 3, 4, 5. See,
Yes.
there are 3 options in T fixed flow input. One
Hmm.
is use single line table. Use single table. It means
Okay.
it will create only one record. Okay, it will have name and
Hmm.
ID, your field, your schema, and parallel to that, you need to write your value for that columns. only that will be
Yes.
created. Whereas
Hmm.
use inline table, it will give you your column names and you can create how many records you want.
Okay.
Okay. Whereas inline content, delimited file, you can create how many records you want based upon your row separator and field separator. It will act as an CSV file.
Okay. Got it.
Got it? Any question?
Yes. No.
T fixed flow. Can you tell me now?
It helps to you allow
Hmm.
helps to allow you to add the records.
Help us to generate records. Simple,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
Helps to generate
Records.
fixed number of
Hmm.
records. That is the good thing. Okay,
Okay.
got it?
Yes.
You're clear?
Yes. Yes. Got it.
XML will discuss it later. Unstructured, not necessary. Technical, done. Cloud, and yeah. This I will tell you later. I will tell you I mean, I mean, what is your in your project for if you're using Windows or Linux environment?
Windows.
Windows only, right? Not necessary this, but for your case, I am telling you these two components: TSSH and TS system. For example,
Okay.
your system, you're deploying this code in any Linux environment. If you want to run any shell script
Okay.
or any scripts, commands, okay, then
Hmm.
you will use T system. Okay, any commands, okay, you will use T system. For example, you're
To run
using shell
any
commands.
commands in Linux environment.
No, no, it works for Windows and Linux both.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
but it works only in Linux environment. You have to give the
TS.
server, port, user authentication, and what are the command you want to write.
Okay.
Got it? This is for executing the commands and executing the scripts. T-run job. This is also very important job. I will just write it here to not forget. T-run job. I told you one more component for you to remember me.
Hmm. That is pending up. Hmm.
I'm highlighting these three components in yellow so that I will not forget to mention.
Yeah.
So now I have the fixed flow input. Okay, I am creating three columns, which is ID as an integer. Okay, name, string, and location is also string. Okay, I will create like this: 101 Avinash, Isaac, 102 Isha, Pune, 103 Neil, Hyderabad. Okay,
Okay.
I have another T fixed flow component where I have the same schema. I will just use it, copy paste. I will not go with this one. Okay. Uh, I have location. Um, what should I write it here? Manager. Manager ID, manager name. Okay,
Okay.
manager ID. What is manager ID and manager name, right?
Yes.
104 Prabhu. Dev. Okay.
Okay.
So, okay, here only two columns, na? This is not necessary. I hope you are aware of concepts called joins.
Yes.
So, can you tell me what type of joins we have in general in SQL?
Inner join, outer join, full join, left join, right join. Like that.
Yeah. To be specific, we have four type of joins. Inner join.
Left, right, outer.
Come again.
Left, right, inner, outer.
Yeah. Yeah. We have inner join, outer left outer join, right outer join, and full outer join. Right. In
Yes.
general, we have these many joins. We have, but Talend is supported only two type of joins, which is inner join and left outer join. So
Inner join.
you can ask me a question. Okay, you're saying Talend is providing only option of having two type of joins. One is inner and another one is right, left inner join and left outer join. Now I want to perform right outer join. How can I perform?
Yes.
You can have that question, right?
Yes.
Then what we will do? We will just interchange the primary table and reference table. That's it in
Okay.
Talend.
Just switch.
Okay,
Simple.
exactly.
Okay.
So, like I told you, we have a component called join. If you could see, performs it performs inner or outer join between the main data flow and lookup data flow. Okay.
Okay.
So now I will try to link it with main. Hey, one second. Main,
We need to give some. Data.
main.
Hmm.
So far, you have observed only how many links you have observed. You have main link up. You have observed main iterate on subjob okay, on subjob error, run if on command okay, on component error, and duplicates Unix filter. You have observed these links, right? Now see, I
Yes.
have giving main link to join. It will become lookup because you have already one main link. So now
Okay.
T fixed flow input 1 will become my main table, whereas T fixed input 3 will become my reference table. Okay,
Okay.
I will use dlogger only. I will not create file all the time.
Hmm.
Okay, so now let's see. It is asking. It is there is a configuration for us, right?
Yes.
So how to join? Based upon which component you need to join? You need to give everything right here. Schema is there. From T fixed
Yes.
flow input, this is my schema. T fixed flow output, this is my schema.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So now here we have a uh, key definition. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I need to match my ID. Okay, my primary ID with the manager ID.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
and then
It's a
I want to,
joint condition, right?
yeah, join condition, and
Simple.
I want to get all the records from main table and only manager name from reference table. Okay,
Okay.
so now what will happen? Okay. See string. You have a string. Oh, sorry. Oh, string. What is the mistake I have done here? Can you tell me?
Number of rows.
No. Field separator.
Okay, comma.
So the same issue I have done here also. Okay. It is null everywhere. Does it
Yes.
not matching any data?
Mm, yeah, maybe. Like there is no such satisfying condition.
Hmm? There is no satisfied condition. We have 101, 102, 103.
Hmm.
We have 101. 101 is matching, right?
Yes.
I will include lookup columns in output. Okay.
Okay.
Now, column mapping, ID and ID, manager name should be manager name. Okay. Now let's see.
Okay.
See, we need to tell, we need to inform, right? Which data you need to have in that manager name. We
Okay.
need to include our lookup data, right? Lookup columns in output, right?
Yes. Which data we want, we have to look up into
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Okay.
So can you tell me now which join it has performed?
Left join?
Left outer join, right? Because
Yes.
uh, all the records from left table is got populated, and the records which is not matching are nulls. Okay.
Ye- Yes.
By default, talent will be left outer join. Okay, I will use inner join. Okay, now
Okay.
we will see. Now, how many records you are expecting when you have inner join?
Only common data. Only 101 will come.
Only 101. Got it?
Yes.
Talent will now talent is having only two joins. One is left outer join, another one is inner join.
Hmm.
Okay. By default,
Yes.
the join which talent T join will support is left outer join. Okay. Now, if you could
Okay.
see, we have an option called inner join with the rejected output. It means if you could see, there are three records from source and only one record is being transferred to the target, whereas two records are not matching the condition. You have a requirement that you want to know which records are also not matching the condition. You want to capture it. There is a link called inner join reject. Got it? So now what we will do is we will try to run the job once again. So now we will be having two outputs. One output will be having the lookup data, I mean the match data, and another one will be having the rejected data.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
Capturing the rejects. That's it.
Yeah. Got it.
Which component we have learned now?
T join left and full outer.
Alan will support only
Left and outer.
Talend supports only left, outer, and inner. By default, what is the join which by default join is?
Left.
Exactly. This is our default join. Okay.
Yes.
You understood this point?
Yes.
Now T join, using T join, you are able to join two tables. Now I'm asking you a question. In how many
Hmm.
ways we can join a main table and a reference table in Talend?
How many ways?
How how many ways? Yes.
I didn't get how many ways means how many type of joints we can use, like
No, no. Using
why
T join,
why
using
switching?
T join component, it is one way, right? It is one way of joining two tables.
Yes.
Do you think we have any another component also, or only this component Talend has provided us?
Hmm.
Talend has provided us with one of the most
Hmm.
exceptional component called tmap.
Okay.
Okay, tmap,
Okay.
which can be used
Hmm.
as T join. Okay, T fixed flow
Okay.
input, T row generator, T sort row, T filter row, T unique, T java, everything. What not? You can perform anything in tmap component. That is the
Okay.
most important component. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. We are left with aggregation. Only aggregation we are left with. Okay.
Yes. Till then,
So
I'll recall this all these components which we learned
yes,
today.
yes. So today we have learned how to perform joins.
Hmm.
What is the fixed flow input? What is the row generator? The usage of chronometer start and chronometer stop.
Stop, stop. Hmm.
Uh,
That's
log
a catch.
components, log, die,
Okay.
and catch.
Hmm. Yes.
Short
Buffer
row.
and hmm. Short row.
Again, buffer and hash
Buffer
components.
and yes.
Got it?
Yes.
Perfect. I think we are good to close.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your time.
Well, thank you.